Hey everyone, welcome to another great episode of the Smooth Business Growth Podcast, where we share 15 minutes of fast-paced, pure marketing strategies proven to move the needle in your business. So I'm your host and captain, Lyndsay Phillips. I'm the founder of Smooth Sailing Business Growth, where we help busy entrepreneurs attract and convert customers faster through powerful and consistent content marketing. In fact, if you go to smoothbusinessgrowth.com, you can download your social media roadmap to help you do just that. And so we all talk about, content marketing, but obviously SEO and digital marketing in general, and it can feel crazy overwhelming. So why not bring someone on my show that is featured in Wall Street, entrepreneur, and named on the Inc.'s 5,000 list of fastest growing privately held US companies for the past 3 years, right? So let's welcome CEO of Cardinal Digital Marketing, Alex Membrillo. So let's set sail. Welcome aboard, Alex, baby.
Lyndsay, thanks for having me. I'm glad to be on your ship and not the Norwegian one that just had to evacuate all of their passengers.
Oh, dang. But I would like to be on a cruise right now.
A lot sunnier than where we are, I'm sure.
True. So I saw on your site that you have some great stats there, that 93% of all online experiences beginning with a service engine, businesses that ignore search engine optimization do so at their own peril. I mean, how many of us are ignoring it, and what are we doing wrong?
Yeah, absolutely. And a lot of business owners don't even know where they stand. They're looking at it and they're saying, okay, I know I need to be on search engines, but what's the real market opportunity? What are my competitors doing, and where do I stand? And it really starts right there. You're asking guys and gals out there, that's the right question to start with. And that's oftentimes the first thing people come and ask us.
Totally. Yeah, because we're experts in our own thing, whatever that may be, your product, but it's like, there's so much to know. And with search engine, and with Google, you just feel like, oh my God, it's this huge thing that I don't even know where to start.
Yeah, it can be really daunting. So getting an ally on your side that's going to give you kind of the high level picture of where you stand and where you could go is really critical. And that's oftentimes what business owners are missing, right? They don't know even where to start. So they start reaching out to agencies, which is often the wrong move. If you're a sub $5 million company, you really don't need agencies out there. There's a website out there, and you had Nathan Hirsch on this recently, and he talks about remote contractors, and I fully am behind that.
Absolutely.
We were a good bit of the legwork, the kind of tactical work with marketing contractors across the world here at Cardinal. But anyways, for the small business owners, if you're sub 5 million, there's no reason you can't go to Upwork.com and find a B2B marketing strategist or a B2C marketing strategist to give you a lay of the land. And he or she will kind of look through all things, Google advertising, Facebook, LinkedIn, if you're B2B, and then she'll tell you where you kind of need to be. And from there, you'll get a better picture of things, and then you can go start hiring the specialists. Okay, Samantha told me that my SEO is really falling behind, and we're showing up behind all of our competitors. Let me go find an SEO strategist. The SEO strategist is going to tell me all the things I need to do, all the content I need to create.
Right.
Okay, and then I'm going to go hire the specialist to go do that. So really just start by hiring a strategist. They'll give you an audit and they'll work with you to kind of push you in the right direction so you don't get lost in all the latest trends.
Perfect. Because, and I never really, I had never even thought about going on Upworks just to get someone to assess where I'm at.
Yes, because we know marketing, Lyndsay, so we are going and hiring the specialists. And that oftentimes what we know is what the business owners don't know, where to start, right? They're good in their own field, manufacturing, accounting, they're great lawyers, but they don't know marketing, so they don't know strategy or where to start. Oftentimes when you're kind of crossing the threshold and you're $5-10 million company, you hire a marketing director, and then she's going and hiring lots of people beneath her. And that is absolutely the wrong move, in my opinion. There's so much, all of the tactical work that's being done in-house by big marketing teams right now can be done for 1/3 of the cost online through contractors.
Nice. We all want to save money.
Absolutely. And it's more effective. It's not even just about saving. It does save a crap ton of money, but it's far more effective. Instead of people right out of college with a year or two of experience that are more generalists and they don't really know their field yet, you're getting 10-year vets for $40 an hour here in America that know SEO better than most people you're going to find in your local area. So you're getting more cost-effective work, and you're getting really high-quality stuff done quickly.
That's so true. Love that. That's worth the interview right here. So what are some of the things that we're doing wrong, or like what are the top 3 things that we should at least look at to start?
Yeah, great question. So in your intro, you mentioned that you help your small businesses grow through powerful and consistent marketing. I like those 2 words for a number of reasons. So small business owners often get trapped by their own bandwidth. And so if you want marketing, it's got to be consistent, which means small business owners, it cannot rely on you. It can't rely on you to approve blog articles. It can't rely on you to update Facebook, and it can't rely on you to manage contractors if you don't know where to start. And so if you want really powerful stuff, you've got to start learning how to get things off your plate and get the contractors or marketing assistants that you need to kind of keep things going and moving quickly. And we can chat a little bit about the SEO tactics if you want your kind of listeners to know how we keep that going consistently as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I okay, now we know who to reach out to, that we obviously need support. Don't look at getting it all done, by yourself. But when it comes to SEO, I think people have a misconception of like, what can I do right now, or what should I at least look at improving?
Yeah, absolutely. And a lot of that is because a lot of us are afraid, or a lot of people out there are afraid of Google as this big bad monster, and it changes all the time. It does change pretty often. I've been in this field since I was in high school. It was like 20 years ago. I created my first websites, and I've owned Cardinal for a decade now. It's our 10-year anniversary.
Nice, congrats.
And I'll tell you, the building blocks, thanks. We're taking the whole flock to Florida with significant others in a couple of weeks. So that'll be cool. But anyway, so over the last 10 years, Google hasn't changed that much. And everybody will say it's changed a ton, but the foundation of what it takes to rank really well on Google hasn't changed a ton. And if you did the right things back then, a lot of those things would work well today. And so what are those right things, right? So having a great website that is really fast loading and has your keywords on the right places and lots of pages that can help Google understand where to send traffic to is paramount.
Right.
So let's break that down a little bit, right? Let's say you're a lawyer. You want to make sure if you have multiple practice areas that you have a page for every one of your practice areas in every location that you serve. If you're a physician, every one of your specialties, services, diseases, treatment, all of those need pages so that Google knows to send traffic to them individually. In order to rank for things, you have to have specialized pages for every keyword set you want to rank for. Okay, and then once you have your pages built out, then it comes time for link building, and those are the specialists you're going to need on Upwork.com to hire.
That's great. And I like that, like, instead of just one general page that kind of talks about all your services, to really deck it out and expand it so that you've got individual pages for each topic, if you will.
Yep. Yeah. You want to make things as specific as possible. And if you're a business with multiple locations, each one of your locations should also have service line pages for each one of the locations. You want to rank for no more than 1 or 2 keywords on every page. So that means you need tons of opportunities.
Love it. That's very actionable. Now, you brought up link building. Now, a lot of people don't really understand what that means. Can you expand on that?
Yeah, so what made Google really famous was their ability to understand which page should rank #1 on Google. And how they did that was basically a popularity system. They look at all the websites out there and they say, who should we rank #1? Well, I think what we'll do is we'll see who's voting for various websites, and whoever's the most popular, whoever's getting the most high quality links into them or votes, we're going to make them #1 on Google. So it's basically a popularity system. So if you want to be the popular guy in school, you have to go get everybody in your industry or any kind of relevant person to go to their website and link back to you somehow. And there's a variety of different ways that you can get that done. But that's the basic premise of how link building works.
Gotcha. Awesome. And so where does organic traffic fall into it? I know there's a lot of, it's the big buzzword, and, with social media and so forth. And some people think it's dead and some people don't. So there's kind of a lot of banter out there. Can you settle the score, so to speak?
Oh, yeah. Organic. So organic on social media is totally dead. I mean, for you to get any traction on social media, you've got to, especially on Facebook, you're going to have to pay to play. LinkedIn is different for B2B out there. You need to be posting regularly as the business owner. Do not go posting as the company. Nobody's interacting with companies. They're interacting with business owners specifically or people specifically. So don't bother posting your company page that much. But LinkedIn organic works really well. It will not work that well next year, in my opinion. They are building, Microsoft gave them big investment and they're building the reach. They want to become like Facebook, as popular as Facebook. And they're incentivizing you to post videos and blog articles so that people like me and you, Lyndsay, well, you're more famous than I, but I can post something and get traction. That's not normal on Facebook. You have to pay a bunch of money. Now, LinkedIn next year, they're building the audience. Then they're going to make people like me and you like pay to promote it. But anyways, so organic on social media, difficult on Facebook, works on LinkedIn, and organic reach through SEO is tremendous. For anybody out there that's saying the paid ads are taking over Google, Google can't have that happen because they'll lose the trust of the searcher.
Yep,
when
absolutely.
they lose the trust of the searcher, right? When everything is advertising, you lose the trust of the searcher, and people may look for other ways to discover vendors, clients, or information to go with. So to a certain degree, Google's kept trying to push the envelope on how many ads are showing up at the top of the search engine results page. But at the end of the day, they have to pull it back. They went from 3 to 4. And maybe one day they'll go to 5, but people will become disenchanted with that.
I agree.
And 80% of people that go to Google end up clicking on an organic link, not a paid ad.
I do all the time, honestly.
Yeah, and the reason for that is because the people with ads can put up an ad in 30 days. But if you're looking for a trusted vendor or partner that's been around, that's why you're going to organic. Subconsciously, that's what you're thinking. You want an established business. I don't want a fly-by-night with an ad.
I know. And sometimes I find like the ads, they're not completely relevant to what it is I was searching for.
Yeah, that's a big issue. And so when the paid search ads are run really effectively and the ad copy is exactly what you were looking for and the landing page is the experience you needed, paid advertising works like a charm. And our business, our clients scale tremendously with paid ads. It's much more scalable and you get much more data than organic. So it has its benefits. But Lyndsay, what you just mentioned is the big snafu. It's the big kind of challenge for marketers like us is to create a really relevant experience for you through advertising.
And I'm sure a challenge for Google in respects to, allowing which ads and, what they want on the top and all that good stuff.
Yeah, it's tough for them. They, algorithmically are just seeing who's clicking back to Google after clicking on that landing page, and they're kind of making it more difficult for you to show up. You have to pay a lot more.
It's amazing what they can track.
Yeah, everything. And one of the most recent things Google said was, with respect to organic traffic, for the longest time, they said that click-through rate of your organic search ad doesn't matter, and how long people stay on your site doesn't matter. But now they just last week, someone conned them into saying it, that yes, we do pay attention to how many people are clicking through, and if they are going back to Google immediately after landing on your website, because that's indicative of an irrelevant landing page experience.
Oh, absolutely. For sure. Are there any I know there's the foundational tactics and strategies and so forth, but are there any tweaks or changes in the industry that we need to be aware of or at least pay attention to?
Yeah, there's a lot going on. With respect to SEO, that's what I'm most familiar with. That's what I work in, and that's what I do for Cardinal. The main thing is to have tons of content across the board so that you can rank for lots of things. And the reason is you're hearing about voice search happening. Yeah. And for the most part, you're not going to go say, Alexa, find me a criminal defense attorney. Right? Alexa, find me my tax accounting partner. Okay, Alex, I just found you. Your tax, that's not going to happen for years, right? Until the hologram pops up and you can swipe through a minority report. And then you pick it, right? So that's not going to happen for a while. But when it does start to happen, a lot of this voice search stuff is picking up on the content on your website. Yeah. So you want lots of content that answers questions. So if you're looking at your service line pages, make sure you have FAQs on just about every page that have drop downs. And it says so what kind of lawyer do I really need? How affordable is a lawyer here in Atlanta? You can go on and on with the most frequently asked questions. And there are tools out there that Google provides that let you know what the main questions in your field are. So then you just go answer them.
Oh, nice.
And they're more likely to send you traffic. Yeah.
So I don't know if you know, but I'm a total tool nerd. So I would love for you to share a couple of your favorite tools.
Yeah, absolutely. So for us, the research that we and business owners most need is to get a high level of how they compare with their competition. For us, it's Moz, M-O-Z.
Yeah.
Great SEO tool. And it's good for novices to like mid-level business owners and SEOs, because you could input how you're doing with your SEO and your top 4 competitors in your local market, and it'll show you the trends every week of who's ranking for what. That's good. As you get more advanced, SEMrush is really good.
Yeah.
But those 2 alone, and I would say even more important than any of those 2, everybody listening, go to Upwork.com today and hire someone to do something. You need to get comfortable on that platform.
Yeah.
The whole world is moving that way.
Absolutely. Love it. Man, you've given us some tips not only on scaling and getting support and outsourcing, but SEO and just digital marketing in general. You packed a lot in there, man.
I hope it was helpful, Lyndsay.
It so was. That is awesome. So how can folks help you if they are looking for SEO strategists and specialists to help them out and get started?
Yeah, absolutely. So once you've scaled your marketing department and your team, go look for an agency here in your local area or that's specialized in your field. I would recommend those 2 things. If you want to chat and I can connect you with a particular agency, look up Cardinal Digital Marketing. And if you're looking for an agency here in Atlanta or one that specializes in healthcare, restaurants, law firms, or franchise, that's where Cardinal can help you. Just go do a Google search and we should come up number 1. If we don't, I don't want you calling me because I didn't do my job right.
Awesome. And you know what? There was even one last tip in that, and that was that there are SEO companies and what have you that focus on specific industries. So I'm going to ask you one more question before we go. How important is that?
How important is picking someone that specializes in your field? Listen, if I need my spine work done, I'm probably going to go to a spine surgeon, right? Not a general pediatrician or a primary care doctor. So I think it's pretty important.
Love it. No, I totally agree. Awesome. So thank you so much. So this week's 50-minute cruise to move the needle in your business, of course, has come to an end. So thanks a ton, Alex, for joining us on the show.
All right. Thanks, Lyndsay.
Awesome. So if you're looking to achieve faster growth through content marketing and sales funnels, look no further than smoothbusinessgrowth.com. So have a profitable and productive week, folks, and may the winds always be at your back.